Hi again, boys and girls. Good morning. Mr. Baxter's Learning Channel is your place to be. It's your place to be. You have found us again. Today is Thursday, May the 7th, 2020. We are going to get together today for a reading activity. All right, we're going to continue looking at our nonfiction books. So really quick, we're going to take a look at where we're going and how we're going to get there, and then we will gather ourselves together. Let's take a quick look. All right, let's zoom it in. Boys and girls, where we're going today is I can learn from my nonfiction books. Remember, those nonfiction books are the ones that are teaching us something, all right? They're about real topics. They're giving us facts. We're looking at those vocabulary words, all right? And we are learning. Now, the way we're going to show what we know or how we're going to get there is I will act out a page in the book to show I understand. So we're going to be actors today, and we're going to be acting out one of the facts or one of the pages in a nonfiction book, all right? Our nonfiction book today is going to be teaching us about dragonflies, all right? Another insect. We've been learning about living things. Learning all about animals, and we are going to talk a little bit about dragonflies. But what we'll do is we will gather ourselves together. We'll gather ourselves together, all right? And then we'll read the book Dragonflies together, and then we're going to take a look at one of the pages, and we'll make ourselves, Mr. Baxter, do what the dragonflies were doing so that we can show that we really understand what's going on, all right? So I'm going to take a look back here. You see here, we've got our brand new gathering song, guys. So I'm gonna hop out of the way, but I want you to gather up with me. Our new gathering song is all about gathering in the digital beehive. So take a look. We are gathering, and it's on our phones. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hey friends, we are gathering. We are gathering on our phones. Everyone is here now. This is our own space now. We are here. We are here. We are here. Here we are in the digital Baxter Beehive. Let's back this out a little bit and let's talk about what we're going to be paying attention to in our nonfiction book. All right, remember, we are avid readers, boys and girls. Remember, we're avid readers, which means we really pay attention to our book. And we're asking ourselves 3 questions the whole time. Take a look right here. Bayuk. Our 3 questions that we're asking ourselves, boys and girls, each time we're reading is, does it look right? Does it sound right? And does it make sense? Now, we're checking the doesn't make sense today, guys, and we are going to be acting it out to show that we understand so that it makes sense to us, all right? If we're able to act out what's happening in the book, we can show that it's making sense. Now, remember, it's nonfiction, so we're going to be thinking, wow. We're going to be asking those questions like, why in the world does the dragonfly do that? And I bet there's going to be some fancy topic words. Remember that vocabulary that we're going to be going over today, okay? Here's the one you want to look at. Really pay attention to your book today, boys and girls, okay? As an avid non-reader, really pay attention to your book. But look, you can also feel what the characters are feeling. Now, we don't have characters in our nonfiction book, but we do have topics. Our topic is a dragonfly, so we can do what the dragonflies are doing. And last but not least, we'll be using the picture power to see what they're doing and talking about it by acting it out. Okay? All right, so take a look here. Remember that very important vocabulary. We're going to read the book, and then I'll show you how we'll do a seesaw activity, showing you how you can take a picture and then type in or write the sentence that you were going to be acting out. All right, let's put this over to the side. Get it out of our way. Have this pulled up. Just ready to go. And we will get to reading our book. All right. So our book today, boys and girls, is Dragonflies. What do you think it's going to be about? Wow. Dragonflies, look at that cover. Look at that big, beautiful, real photograph of a dragonfly. So remember, this is a nonfiction book, and it is going to be teaching us all about dragonflies. Remember, I'm going to stop on a wow page, and that will be the one that shows you which fact Mr. Baxter will be acting out. All right? Now, I want you to pay attention to the pictures in this book because the photographs really do a good job of teaching you along with the words, okay? So let's look at our heading. What are dragonflies? Dragonflies are long, colorful insects with large wings. Looks right. Sounds right. Makes sense to me. All right. Now, on this page, it's going to talk about how dragonflies look. Dragonflies have 4 wings. Their wings are thin and clear. Some wings have colored marks. Wow, look at that cool picture. Some dragonflies are as long as a child's finger. Wow. Other dragonflies are as long as a child's hand. What? That's a wow page for me, guys. That's not going to be the one I'm going to act out, but man, oh man, I did not know that dragonflies, some of them could be as big as your hand. Whoa. Take a look at what's next. Oh, just like our bees, they're going to tell us about their eyes. I noticed that from my label, pictures and words teaching. Look here, dragonflies have 2 big eyes. They can see a small bug across a yard. Wow. 2 small eyes. Mr. Baxter, check your reading. 2 big eyes. We have to check our picture. Those don't look small to me. So remember, we're asking those 3 questions. Small eyes doesn't make sense if I'm looking at my picture. Dragonflies have strong mouths. They crunch and chew bugs. Look at that dragonfly mouth. Wow. Picture and word right there. Teaching. What dragonflies do? All right, so here's going to be some of the things that the dragonflies do. Hint, hint. This is probably where we're going to find how we're going to act out what the dragonflies are doing. Dragonflies fly quickly. Some dragonflies can go almost as fast as a car. Wow, look at those dragonflies zooming. Hint, hint. Here's my wow page, guys. Dragonflies hold their legs in the shape of a net. They swoop through the air and catch insects with their legs. Look at that dragonfly. Look how he's holding his legs in the shape of a net, swooping to try and catch that insect right there. You might see Mr. Baxter do a little something like that. Dragonflies can mate while they fly. Male dragonflies hold the female dragonflies while they mate. There you are. There's a picture. Mating is as they're reproducing or making more of themselves. Female dragonflies lay their eggs on water. Young dragonflies hatch from the eggs. Look at all those dragonflies right there on the water. And you guys know our last page, or a very important page in our nonfiction book, is our glossary. It goes over those important words for us to look. There's female, there's hatch, there's insect, there's male, and there's mate. All of those were important words. Now we saw some other ones in there too. We saw their eyes and their mouth. All right, so now here we go, guys. It's your turn, or my turn actually, to do what we're going to do. We're going to act a page out of this book, okay? To show that we were understanding. Now the page that I want to act out was about them catching those bugs. All right, so I'm going to pull up the seesaw activity so that you can see what it's going to look like for you. And then you're going to see Mr. Baxter acting it out. Here is what your seesaw activity will look like today. Angle her on down. Pop her back, zoom it in. All right, there we go. So, what it says, what your directions say here is find a sentence you want to act out from your nonfiction book. Type or write the sentence below. So look at these lined areas right here. You're going to type or write the sentence that you wanted to be acting out. Up here is a place for you to put a picture of yourself acting those out. So the first thing I'm going to do is type the sentence. Remember, my sentence was dragonflies. Dragonflies hold their legs. Remember what they hold their legs like? A net, right? A net. So they hold their legs like a net. Why did they hold their legs like a net, guys? It was to catch those bugs. So next, once you've written your sentence, don't forget your period. I want you to use the camera tool, all right? We're going to take a picture of ourselves. So look, there's Mr. Baxter's screen that we're recording this video on. I'm going to turn it this way so that the camera can see Mr. Baxter, all right? That's what I want you guys to do. So you'll be able to see Mr. Baxter on the screen. Now I'm going to back away because I've got to be able to hold my legs and my arms like a net. See, I've got it like that, and then I'm going to have to sneak over here and snap the picture. It's pretty tough, so you may need to get somebody to help you. But once you've snapped your picture, there's Mr. Baxter holding his legs and his arms in a shape of a net, just like a dragonfly. I want you to shape it up and then just pull your picture right up here. All right, you can use the move tool to put your picture right up there. Now you've got a picture of you acting out one of those pages. Your sentence right here matches the fact that you were acting out. All right, great job. Hit your check, and you have turned in your nonfiction reading activity for Thursday. All right, take a look, guys. Let's zoom and see if we have satisfied where we were going and how we would get there. Today we were looking at the book Dragonflies. We were learning from my nonfiction book. This was a nonfiction book all about dragonflies. The way we were going to get there, or how we showed what we know, is we could act out a page in the book to show that we understand. The page that we acted out in this book was the dragonflies holding their legs like a net to catch bugs. Now you may choose any nonfiction book that you want. Could be dragonflies, could be honeybees, could be a carpenter's tool, could be a book out of your epic book box, or a nonfiction book that you have at home. Just remember to take a picture of yourself and type out or write out the sentence that you're acting out from your nonfiction book so Mr. Baxter can see you understand. All right? Baxter Bees, I can't wait to see that acting out so you show what you know. Happy Thursday, boys and girls. May the 7th, 2020. Baxter, out.